folk music isn't anything unless we share it. And I've learned that from Pete, especially over the last week when we found out that Pete had died. And everybody has these unique experiences with somebody like Pete Seeger, who taught us that the music belongs to all of us. And that's how the music grows. That thread runs through everything I do on stage. That's why I insist on people singing along, to get them involved. They've actually come up with studies that say when people sing together, there's actually a chemical released in the human brain that promotes trust. That is powerful stuff. Pete intuitively knew that. And I see it happen all the time when I play and involve the audience. This is called Lessons from Pete. I first saw this folk singer along the river in my old hometown. He was just a man with a banjo, but he shook my whole world round. He says it's not the listening but the singing that forge these human bonds. And it's when we sing together we make our community strong. Now his banjo red music surrounds hate and drains its fearsome power. And his voice sang we could save the world if we let each other flower. And his songs of old were not so cold as to be different than times today, but it was his spirit that moved me to be the man I am today. Now there's places where this music still happens, be it coffee house, tavern or home. And it doesn't have to cook under hot stage lights, it's the feeling that's got to be warm. Because it's the sharing and the caring that makes folk music ring so true. And it's these moments we spend together that are so precious and so few. Now traveling all these miles, I have time to think of my odd vocation. About the songs, goof-alongs, picking and patter and perspiration. It's just the troubadour, nothing more, spreading music from town to town. But I got a lot of folks in my gig bag who keep my feet on the ground. So celebrate your rolling troubadour who rambles from town to town, singing songs we make together, sharing tunes we pass around. Stan and Gamble, Hartford, Utah, and now Pete too. It all comes back to you and me in this room making old music new. Yes, there's places where this magic still happens, be it a coffee house, tavern, or home. It doesn't have to cook under hot stage lights, it's the feeling that's got to be warm. Yes, it's the sharing and the caring that makes folk music ring so true. And it's these moments we spend together that are so precious and so few. I first saw Pete Seeger along the river in my old hometown. He was just a man with a banjo, but he shook my whole world round. Lessons from Pete.